What is up, guys? Hey, welcome back to my show. This is Firebunch Rom, your personal consultant for job application and job interview preparation. How's it going, guys? Everything good? How was your long weekend if you're in the United States of America? And you know what I'm saying. So let's spin long for short. Let's go back to what do you mean go back? Let's go to our new episode. Same old, same old. Hire a bunch of five. Okay, where's the animation? No, let's make it happen. All right, there you go. All right, so today's episode is ah one of the difficult or typical questions during your interview. Why did you or do you or are you leaving your jobs or your companies? I see this as myself as one of the worst interview questions. Yeah, it's always like haunted me whenever this has been brought up at the interviews. So why? Well, previously speaking, we did go over five most difficult questions or five, I would say, top questions that I had during my personal experience. So make sure you guys check it somewhere over here, like right top corner, the ID card. I'll make sure it's happened. So back to this question: why do you leave your previous company, your job, your whatever? Why do you think the interviewer care about this question? Well, I think first of all, these are a couple reasons they care. First of all, they saw some red flags. They saw some career gaps between your resumes, right? And then they wonder why did you have those unemployment experiences? Then probably not the above two reasons. They might see that, oh, you actually switching locations, like with even still within the same company or same title, you switch back and forth from different places, which apply to my case in my past interview. And then maybe they have position that cannot offer you opportunity with remote work routines, okay? Or it's just personal interest from this interviewer, and they see you move from West Coast to East Coast. That actually is something that I did, and why. I want to know your reason why you have that relocation or you have switching from the same company I used to work for this company. It could be anything that they are interested, but make sure you guys not ask personal question. That is creepy. I gotta tell you that. If you've been asking too much personal question or too personal question, just make sure you are you are speaking out. Okay. So let's see. For strategies, what gonna answer, what to answer, and how you gonna answer it. Um, it's I have some typical research from online, actually from Indeed. These are some standard reasons you can give them. One is okay, my values no longer align the company that I'm working for, so I decided to bounce. And secondly, you like to additional compositions, but the company right now doesn't offer you that. And then it could be something like, well, the company's not doing good, or the company's doing reorganization, okay? Or you feel yourself undervalued, something like the first one, the value you're not aligned with the current company, okay? And then you're looking for some new challenge, or you decide to go back to school and come back for this position that you're interviewing for. It could be anything, but most likely something that you have to stick with by answering those questions, that you got to be clear about your reasons. All right, you want to make sure the answer is short so that you're not opening a lot of windows for interviewers to attack you or to make you stumble or stuck. Okay, but all the time you need to stay positive, excuse me. And in the meantime, you're gonna be honest. So to be honest with you, for my personal experience, like I said, it's one of the most worst or much worse question to can you introduce me yourself a little bit? That questions. Why is that? Well, we can review some of the previous interview, sorry, the episode that I did. Well, for me, I had a long history of unemployment or layoff. So whenever people bring up the question like this one, hey, can you tell me about previous experience of working or employment and explain why you left those companies? I just kind of got, yeah, okay, well, again. But basically, those experience that I got laid off was forced workforce reduction. So I personally just tell them what it is, right? I wasn't I wasn't notified in priorly. I was a workforce reduction part of it, and I was part of the unfortunate party, so that's what it is. But hey, just like what we did previously, I'm gonna share one of our interview live recordings here, so you guys can tell how I answer the question. Okay. Okay, so let's stop that a little bit and let's go back to the recording. So, like I always did, I edited the actual person's name, the company's name, and some of the industrial the name of the industries that I work for. So you're gonna hear some gaps, but that's just what I edited. Okay. Oh, plus, this is one of my favorite interview that I got a job. So I'm gonna put the link to that interview episodes as well, so you guys kind of have a more detailed idea about what happened during that interview. Okay, so let's go.
So, I mean, you've had a couple jobs here in the past 6 years.
Right.
Texas, then Delaware, then to Texas, then back to Delaware. Are you not liking the positions, or what's the reason for going to all different companies?
Okay. I guess you might recall from. Yeah, that's a great question. I think you might recall from notes. So it's basically due to industrial market shift. Because I mean you used to work on the oil and gas markets. It's been very tough years these years for that industry. So basically, I left due to company layoffs, and it was a company restructure rework. So I decided to step forward and resign before that happened. And actually did happen. They basically cut off the supply chain and basically combine that function into their, geez, where is it? I think it was in Colombia, one of their Colombian office or sites. So that's what happened in the past few years. Yeah. Well, I love all that experience. I love all those employment opportunities. They're all great companies. Specifically, those EPC experience I have. I met a lot of vendors. There's a time I managed 20 vendors that I'm sorry, ethylene glycol projects for in the Gulf Coast area. I managed 20 plus vendors for 2,000 pieces of instrument for those processes. And also there are also times that I had to stay overnight, make phone calls overseas to Indian office, just to make sure some of the folks over there did their jobs, and make sure we have pretty well based communications between projects. Yep.
Yeah, good.
Okay, yeah. So I hope you guys understand those. Yeah, that was really good interview actually. So I kind of lay out what I did during each employment and specifically the reason that I left those company. That's basically a force reduction or either companies restructures or company went out of business. That wasn't excuses, but it's I'm just telling them that was part of the reason that I left the company. So That's pretty much today's episode. I had to give you guys very good examples, reasons that you can throw to interviewers, and also I show you guys my personal experience during a live recording interview about how I, structure my answer to the interview in regards to this specific tough questions. So, hey guys, this is Rom from Hire Bunch of Fire Bunch. Thanks for watching this today's episode. I hope you guys like. So, if you like or dislike comments, make comments, anything, subscribe and share. Again, this is Rom, Hire Bunch of Fire Bunch. Make sure I'll see you when I see you next episode. Peace.